What's up everyone? Kumusta mga kaibigan ko? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, I'm a sophomore studying exercise science at the College of Charleston. Maybe minoring in business admin? But anyways, this video is gonna be freshman year advice coming from a college student that kicked their freshman year. So let's get this video started. I'll be putting in timestamps in the comment section to all the things I'll be talking about to make sure you get the most bang for your buck in this video. You're welcome. How can you thank me? You can hit that like button and that subscribe button. Alright, first tip of money advice. Work and save as much as you can the summer before your freshman year. So the reason for this is you don't want to worry about having a job or worry about money during your first semester of college. You want to be able to focus full time on your education and adjusting to college rather than working and having distractions from your first semester of college. If you need help or tips on how to save money, then I'll link my video on how to save money up here if I figure it out, and I'll also be putting it in the description. If you need a job, look at working with your college rather than outside the college, because when you work with the college, they recognize you as student first, employee second. If you work outside, it's the other way around. It is employee first, student second. So college jobs are a lot more flexible with your scheduling, and they recognize you're a student so they won't overwork you. You also have shortened hours during finals week, whereas you still have a regular work week working with an employer outside of your college. Use Lyft instead of Uber when you go out. In my experience, Lyft is consistently around $2 cheaper than Uber. So in a night of going out, going forth, and going back, that is $4 you just saved. Say you go out twice on Friday and Saturday for the weekend, that's $8 you just saved. And next tip. Use your meal plan. If you're paying thousands of dollars for an unlimited meal plan, then use it as many times as you can. Each meal that you eat becomes cheaper the more you use your meal plan. So I know college food isn't the best. It's really not the best. And it gets pretty tiring week after week after week of eating the same food. But you're paying thousands of dollars for it, so why not just make the most of it instead of spending all of your money on Chipotle. I love Chipotle though. Nothing against Chipotle. It's just an example because I ate there all the time my freshman year. Alright, next tip is to rent your textbooks from Amazon instead of buying them from the university bookstore. In my experience, renting from Amazon is significantly cheaper, as in hundreds of dollars cheaper than buying a new book from the university bookstore that is basically gonna be worthless at the end of the semester when a new edition comes out. And just think about it like this. Are you really gonna use your intro bio textbook your senior year? Are you gonna use your intro sociology book ever again? No, right? So what's the point of buying it? Renting it for just a semester when you need the class gives you the most bang for your buck. Also, with renting it, you're not stuck with a bunch of books at the end of the semester you paid hundreds of dollars for and then reselling them for $10 or $20. Also, I'm gonna try this semester, which is waiting until your professor actually says you need the class textbook for this class. Because in my freshman year, a lot of my professors, they assigned books for the class, but they never actually used it. They basically based all their tests on lecture notes. So hold out on getting textbooks for a class until your professor actually says you need this for an assignment. There's assigned reading, something where you need the textbook on a regular basis, rather than buying a textbook and never using it at all during the semester. To kick things off, leave the senioritis in high school and don't slack off your freshman year. Those easy gen ed courses are gonna be your GPA boosters when you eventually take your upper level major classes later on in your college career. It just doesn't look good on your transcript to have a C in music appreciation or a D in intro to sociology. When you make a goal for your GPA, aim high. Aim for a 4.0, so even if you don't get it, Since you aimed really high, you end up with something like a 3.8. As opposed to if you aim for a 3.0, if you just aim for that and you don't reach it, then you'll end up lower and say like a 2.8. Don't be a party hardy first semester, then take things seriously second semester. That sounds like the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. I know a lot of people that had that mindset for first semester. They basically need to get a 4.0 the rest of their 7 semesters in college just to bring up their GPA from their first semester of college. And plus, it saves you the embarrassment of working really hard second semester and explaining to people, yeah, I didn't care first semester, so now I really have to pick my up this semester and all the semesters after that. Get over the FOMO, which is fear of missing out. This is college. There's something going on every single week. And that brings me to this point. When you're a freshman, it'll mostly be frat parties you're going to. In fact, you're not really missing out on anything. Instead, you're saving yourself from the stuff that goes on at frat parties, like unidentifiable liquids on the floor. Oh yeah, pro tip, don't wear open-toed shoes to any kind of frat party. Wear your old tennis shoes that you don't mind getting ruined. Don't think that just because it's college, you have to take every opportunity to go out, because it really isn't like that. So stop feeling like you'll never go out again if you don't go out for this one night. The habits you create in your first 6 weeks of college determines how the rest of your college career is going to be. Now, I'm not saying don't party at all. I'm saying keep your priorities straight. And remember what you're there for. Are you paying tens of $1,000s a year to take Snapchat videos and Instagram videos that everyone's just gonna skip through? Or are you there for your education and to further your future? Find the balance to where you feel like you're getting the most out of college life and your academics. There's nothing wrong with staying in and studying or doing homework, aka doing what you're there for in the first place in college. If your friends make fun of you for that, then you have some friends, and you should find some new friends that support you in everything that you do. Don't forget about your family. Make sure to call them at least once a week. It's really nice. It lets them know that you still care about them, you're still thinking about them, instead of just calling them whenever you need some money, because that really shows the love there. Just catch up. Plus, it also just gives you a nice break from college, and lets you get back in touch with some people back home that really care about you and want to support you. Learn how to do your laundry. I thought laundry was a commonplace skill that 18-year-olds knew, but no, when I started college, I met a bunch of people that were basically like, oh my gosh, my parents have been doing my laundry all this time. I don't know where does the detergent go? What are whites and Going out to party? Yay! Don't go alone. Go with a group. Never let someone from your group leave with someone you don't know. Keep track of your cup at all times. Don't put your cup down and leave it unattended. When you do leave your cup unattended, just get a new one. And please, if you're a guy, just be a decent freaking human being. I know how guy hormones are, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be an... Repeat after me. No means no. And being persistent does not mean that will change the no to a yes. It's that simple. Talk to your professors. Drop by their office hours, whether you need help with an assignment or not, and just have a normal conversation with them. And then when it comes time for professors to recommend somebody, to ask somebody to do research or whatever, that professor might just remember you and recommend you for something. So for me, I went to my professor's office hours in my English class, and she was very impressed with my essays, and she ended up recommending me for this writing contest for the first year English classes, which I ended up winning, by the way. Don't always talk about what you did in high school, because everyone will just think, oh, this guy's still living in high school. Don't talk about your varsity records in high school, because nobody probably cares. Nobody's impressed by you playing varsity all 4 years of high school. Don't be afraid to strike a conversation with that person next to you in your class. It can be something as easy as, hey, I heard this class or this professor was pretty tough. We should start a study group. You want to give me your Snapchat or your phone number? Bam! You just made a friend. And believe me, the friendships are made at midnight in the library when your friend is having a mental breakdown. That's just how it goes. That's just how college works. But I do recommend this at the beginning of the semester and not like in the middle or during the end, because it's kind of just weird to start a conversation with someone you haven't talked to all semester. But that's just me. If you can do it not awkwardly and try to initiate a friendship with someone at the middle or end of the semester, then go for it. If you didn't get the classes you wanted at orientation, don't worry. There's this magical, chaotic week called Drop Add Week. The first week of every semester is the chance for you to drop classes you don't like and see if any classes open up that you wanted to get in the first place and sign up for those. Also, use Rate My Professor. Use Rate My Professor as a guideline to see if the professor teaching a class is actually pretty good, but also take the ratings with a grain of salt, because some of them are just really stupid. Literally, there's a lot of reviews that say,
"The professor is nice, but you have to study to get a good grade in this class."
Well, I mean, like, duh, you're in college. No. Yes, the library is a good place to study, but it's not the only place to study. Look around your campus and see what other places are quiet and have desks with plugins really close to them, and make that place your studying territory, because come finals week, everyone's gonna be at the library, but nobody knows about your secret study spot on the other side of campus. Don't do your homework in your bed or even in your room. Associate your room with relaxation, with sleep. Don't associate your room with stress. And to add to that, don't make homework or studying or anything else stressful the last thing you do before you sleep. For me, I started doing this in my second semester of college, and I started showering right before I would go to sleep at night. And that was a lot more relaxing than doing my math homework, not knowing what the heck is going on, and then going to sleep stressed out about that. Easy way to keep track of all your assignments is 1, through your planner, and 2, through a desk calendar. So at the beginning of every semester of college, what I've done was take the syllabi from each of my classes, then just fill in the due dates and assignments and tests for the rest of the semester in my desk calendar. It's the easiest way to keep track of all your assignments. It's always going to be there in your face as a constant reminder. And at the beginning of the semester, when things are still pretty slow, you have a lot of time to write all those assignments down versus writing your assignments down at the beginning of every month after that, because trust me, college picks up pretty fast. It's better to just have all your due dates written down from the very beginning than keeping track of them along the way, if that makes any sense. Keep yourself busy. Yes, it's college. There's a lot of work for your classes, but really, if you're not involved with extracurriculars, if you don't do anything else outside of class, it's really easy to fall into the mindset of, oh, I have all day to do my homework, so I'm just gonna procrastinate for a few hours. And then you wake up from your nap at 8 p.m. and realize you haven't done anything at all. So if you keep yourself busy and have a lot of your day taken up by other things other than studying, then that forces you to maximize your time instead of wasting it. Don't skip class. Just don't. You're paying thousands of dollars for that class. So why are you not getting the most out of it? And also, this is college. In my second semester, when I took an 8 a.m., which was the worst decision ever, really, just don't take an 8 a.m. The only reason I took it was because that was the only other time that class would meet. Oh yeah, so backstory. My midterm grade for that class was an A. Back to the story, I skipped that class once at the beginning of March and another time at the end of March. Then when there was a month left for the semester, the professor updated the grades, and I had an 84 in that class. Well, I still passed the class with an A, but I just didn't skip anymore for the rest of the semester. So moral of the story, don't skip class. You don't know how much attendance impacts your grade until it actually happens. Use the gym in your campus. That's another thing your tuition's paying for. That is a free gym membership you got. Plus, it's easier to prevent the freshman 15 than lose the freshman 15. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. And if you thought this video was helpful, then definitely share it with your other friends who's gonna start college this year. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.